What we're going to do today is a bit of defensive driving. So the road's like a book. So all I want to do is read the book for you, call out some hazards, early door hazards, and give you a bit of advice with regards to defensive driving. I'm trying to keep a safety bubble around the vehicle at all times. So in these conditions, at least 2 seconds for the vehicle in front of us, checking the vehicles behind, and keep that safety bubble around us at all time. You're in charge of the vehicle at all times. So you want to see making accounts. It's your drive. So if I'm giving advice, you can take that advice, but you're in control of the vehicle at all times. So now if we just pull out the left side, we're going straight across towards the school. So everything's nice and slow at the moment. We've got shops around here, lots of kids we're seeing around the moment, so it's all nice and slow. We've got vehicles coming up on the left hand side, so we have plenty of space for pulling out. We're going straight ahead here. We've got traffic on the time screen and warning signs of the school already. It's 20 to 1, so we'll have children out here at the moment, so we're very conscious of having kids around here at the moment. We've got a left hand bend coming up, good visibility around the bend. We're on a bus route and a vehicle towards junction on the left is clear, nothing behind us. Pedestrians up on the right hand side, we're on a bus route, and there's those traffic calm measures. So if it's going to be a low speed over there, nice comfortable ride for us both. Junction on the left is clear. Around the bend to the right hand side. Dog looks like it's on lead, so it shouldn't cause us any issues. More visibility to come around this little series of bends. Junction on the right is clear. We're in a built up area here, so we're looking for potential hazards of people coming from their driveways and their vehicles, parked vehicles, kids coming from behind the vehicles last minute. Junction left is clear, coming up behind the DPD van. The road's bending around to the right side. Pedestrians up on the left hand side, potentially looking to cross the road, so just a bit of caution there. Nice low gear, if it's low speed at the moment. Across the road in front of us. Nice gear change there, John, thank you. And the bus towards. Get the bus plenty of space. Mindful of pedestrian getting a bit closer to us on the left hand side. Watching from behind the bus, make sure no one's coming behind the bus, a bit cautious as we come back behind there. And it's clear as we go past. Lots of mums out with their kids, youngsters on the left hand side up there, going around the left hand bend. Parked vehicle left hand side. Shouldn't cause you any issues. Going to a junction, we're going to turn right to this T-junction here. It's quite tight, so we're going to creep up to it, sneak and peek, make sure it's clear for us to go through this giveaway junction. Make sure we've got good visibility before we pull out into the main road. We've got good visibility. I'm moving on. Into the new road, we've got a hazard line marked in the middle of the road, so expecting hazard line. Junction on the right is quite active, people coming out from there. Pedestrians on the left hand side, we're still on the bus route, and looking up ahead, there's a warning. Looks like a warning of a school again, so look at the time of day because we'll have kids out and about. What has it? And there's the kids on the left hand side, just across the road from left to right. So be very mindful, that's possibly the route to the school, so there could be well more kids running out from there, so very cautiously, just move slightly away from that junction towards the middle of the road, and no first junction from the right to the left. So trying to position yourself in the middle of the road gives most opportunity to react to anything that happens untoward. Junction left is clear, and come to the brow of a hill with a vehicle towards. So losing a bit of visibility, so you could speed at the moment for the environment you've actually got. I'd hold the gear for this time just to get that visibility. And now you've got visibility, no issue changing the gear now. Just want extra sort of flexibility with the acceleration sense. So I'll just hold back a little bit here, let those vehicles come towards us, we're in no rush. Let them come towards us, make sure we've got a nice gap for the overtake. Want a close follow there now. There we go. Got a nice gap for the parked vehicle. Flank that to the curtains as we go past. Coming up to the T-junction, we're going to turn in right to this T-junction. Oh, it's actually a mini roundabout, so planning to stop, looking to go. So creep up to this roundabout. Making sure we've got a nice gap, that vehicle's turned to the right, make sure it's committed before we go. That's indicating left, just make sure it's committed to go to the left forward. And we've got a nice gap, so we'll take that gap as we go through. Watching the road on the left hand side. Got warning of traffic lights up ahead. Junction on the right is clear. Display car park on the left hand side, plenty of vehicles going in and out of that, but it's clear. Red ATS, so off gas. We never rush up to red lights, we're just creeping up to this red ATS. What we're trying to do is time it for the changes of the lights, so the wheels are continuously rolling. It's good for the fuel efficiency. We're going straight over here. Not going to happen this time, so we come into a stop, so handbrake and neutral, and we've timed it nicely, and we can keep going. Look at that, get the wheels moving. Can't teach that. Nicely done. Petrol station on the right hand side, nobody coming in or out at that time. Box junction is clear for us to go through the other side, so we can enter that box junction. As we're coming up to the green ATS, just changed green, so we may well get to them. We're going straight on this time. Actually, we're going to turn right this towards the M1. Just changing for you now, so we're going to stop. We handbrake neutral at the stop line. And we're looking now into the secondary traffic lights. The second traffic lights on the right hand side, they're green at the moment, so when they change to amber, then we can engage the first gear, ready to go. Quite a busy road in front of us. No pedestrians at pedestrian crossing this time. And no vehicles behind us. One just pulling up behind us at the moment. So just changing now, so ready to go. At a buying point. And we're off. Watching the vehicles towards. Two more to come, that could be our gap after that. I know we've got a gap now, nicely taken. Looking into the road just gone into, got park vehicles on the left hand side, just looking at pedestrians on the left hand side, but we're on a built-up residential area and there are kids on bikes down the left hand side, just being cautious of that, so I'd hold this gear. Nice reactive gear for the environment you've got at the moment. Yeah, nicely steered away from those hazards. Still on a bus route, has lines in the middle of the road, coming to the brow of a hill. So I'd hold this gear until we get to the top of that hill, we get a vision back and then we can continue. And a 30 mile an hour speed limit, got a speed check there, Charlie, what speed are we going?
25.
Excellent. Now you get your vision back, change your road surface there. You can take it back towards 30. I'll give way junction. Just give me a few seconds, I'm not sure if it's left or right when we get down here. I'm heading towards the motorway. If we see any signs for that, we'll be taking it. Not much of a clue there, is there? I'm going to go for the right hand turn. I'm going to keep one towards on the right hand side. Got a bit of a gap there. Yeah, nicely taken, plenty of space for you. Hot vehicles working on the left hand side. No feet underneath the vehicles. Can't see any pedestrians on the left hand side. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh. And nicely positioned away from those parked vehicles. If anything does happen, you give yourself that extra bit of time. So you're going straight on. On a bus route, bus up in front of the pedestrians, left and right. Very busy built up area, industrial area, lorries and trucks coming out from your left and your right. Junction on the right is clear. Watch that pedestrian on the right, make sure I'm not going to run out in front of you, but they're not. Got a zebra crossing way up into the distance. In the distance, we've also got a warning of another, no, it's a pedestrian crossing. Or was that school on the left hand side? Warning of another school. Again, time of day, could well be kids around here. Slightly uphill the road, bending around to the left hand side. You can just see with the lamppost, tell you where the road's going to go. So the crossing is clear. One of them fairly close follow behind you. Coming into a 30 mile an hour speed limit. And we're going towards the motorway, please. We'll have a junction or two of the motorway. Change to a 50 mile an hour speed limit, so we're not going to accelerate until we get to the 15 and go around the tight left hand bend anyway. And warning of two-way traffic. Get now into a 50 mile an hour speed limit zone. And it is a limit, it's not a target. You can see the roads back on ourselves onto that dual carriageway on the left hand side there. Again, warning of two-way traffic. And the vehicle on a very close follow behind you. Good gear for speed around this bend. Into the dual carriageway. 50 mile an hour speed. I'm watching the hazard lights of the vehicle. Drivers on the left hand side. All clear of that one. Parked vehicles up on the left hand side. Approaching a roundabout. So get through this green ATS. part-time signal, I expect to be on, they're not on. So I want to get 2 seconds between us and the vehicles in front of us. So a nice 2-second gap here. So we'll stop building this speed up to motorway speeds. So we're joining the motorway, and so motorway speeds, not going to become a hazard. Nice early indication, let people know you want to get out there. We're not going to be over the solid white lines. We're not going to actually join lane 1 until we're past the solids. Pull out onto motorway into lane 1. A vehicle behind a close follow, I'm anticipating them going to overtake, just let them go. Keep that 2 seconds between us and blue vehicle in front of us for the time being. So motorway regulations, you are going to get 3, 2, 1s for the junctions as they come up. You've got cat's eyes, the ones to the left, the red ones, showing you in the hard shoulder. On the right you've got the ambers, white for the lane dividers, and the greens for the on and off ramps. The only other ones you're going to see are cat's eyes, the amber and green ones, and therefore temporary traffic works or a change of road layout. So we will take the junction 41 for the Wakefield 650, but we're looking to be mechanical straight back in it and come back where we come from. But we change down again. Now you wouldn't change down again our for engine sympathy for the environment, get some more MPG from the vehicles. It's at the 6th gear. Vehicle on a fairly close follow behind us, half a mile to the junction. It's a pretty safe environment, plenty of space, nice safe to bubble around you, very easy driving. As you look, you can see the junction up ahead on the left hand side, going 3, 2, 1. So about a sort of 200 yard marker, that's what I'm looking to indicate, nice early indication of the vehicles behind us. Got speed cameras on this road. They will get adverse reaction from other drivers. They see a yellow camera, could well get adverse reaction from brake lights for them, so just be aware of that. But with the safety bubble around you, you've got plenty of space to deal with anything. It looks like it's a roundabout, just look back on ourselves. ATS controlled roundabout. Red ATS, can anticipate them to change when they get up there. So slightly off the gas, if we can time it nicely to get those changing lights. Again, good for fuel efficiency, good driving. Making sure you get that 2 seconds between us and the vehicle in front. Warning of a lane closing right, so there's the vehicles, the ATS changing for you. A nice gear for speed for this roundabout, and we drive around this roundabout. That's the indication to the right hand side. That's the roadworks. Watching these green ATS, been green for a little while now, potentially could change. We're going through, we are committed, so we're going through those ones. Green ATS, and again, anticipate they potentially could change. Watching the workman on the left hand side. Nothing behind us at this time. Going through these lights. And on to the red ATS. Position on the left hand side for M1 southbound, and nicely time for the lights again onto the green. Hazard line to the middle of the road. So finish your steering, then stop building the speed up for the motorway, get on to motorway speeds. Variable speed limit, potentially enforced here. No hard shot for 5 miles. No vehicles behind this time. Nice use of 6 for the fuel efficiency, saving the environment, engine sympathy. Nice indication to join lane 1. It's safe to do so. Then it's going to establish that 2 second gap between us and the vehicle in front. Not looking to do any overtakes, we know we're only good in 1 junction. No point doing any overtakes, we're just sort of nicely positioned behind this next vehicle. Service at 6 miles. Our junction 40 to Dewsbury. Yeah, just back off a little bit there. We're going to be going downhill. Don't want to particularly catch up with the black vehicle in front. So just with the accelerator sense, just sort of maintain that 2 second gap. Vehicle in a close follow behind us. Bending around to left hand side, you can see in the distance up there the junction we want. Half a mile. Warning of strong winds. There's the average speed cameras on the left hand side. 3, 2, 1s. So again, around a 200 yard marker, so a nice early indication for the road users. And then right toward Dewsbury. Staying in the right hand lane. A little bit of sat nav there. ATS controlled roundabout. I think you can time this perfectly, just change to green. So we can roll me through this. And we are taking the third exit, which is basically right on the A638 towards Dewsbury, to 40 mph speed limit. One of the close vehicle behind, a close follow behind. You'll stop behind you. Get nice handbrake and neutral at traffic lights. And again, we're looking for the secondary lights, ones over on the left hand side showing green, and when they change to amber, then you're selecting your gear ready to go. There we go. And we're off. Nice lady just spin around this roundabout. Traffic light just changed. I'd hold this gear now all the way around. It's not quite a tight roundabout. Nice control of the vehicle. Again, mirrors now near side. Make sure they'll sneak up on the near side and indicate up to your left hand side. Red ATS. We can go left on this lane, but as soon as we can, it's safe to do so. Then we'll take the left-hand lane, Charlie. Yeah, nice early indication. Let them know when to pull over. So they give you the gap. Nicely done. And we are taking this junction here. Nice little manoeuvre there. And nice change down for the third gear for the bend. Into a 40 mph speed limit for Ossett. Speed low, observe the warning, go down to a 30 and a warning of two-way traffic. We're going to be on a clearway. That was the end of the clearway. Zebra crossing is clear. Got a parked vehicle on the left-hand side into a 20 mph zone. Watching our vehicle on the left-hand side, and good use of the engine retardation to hold your speed there. Nice to see. On a bus route, vehicles towards. Junction left is clear. You've got a permanent cycle route on the left hand side with a few parked vehicles in it. Vehicles on a close follow. Industrial built up area here, so we have trucks and stuff pulling out left and right on us. Showing a bit of caution, position away from the parked vehicles as much as you can. Still in a 20 mph zone. There's on the left hand side, so it can cause you any issues. Lots of parked vehicles left and right. We have a lorry behind now at a safe distance. And coming back into a 30 mph speed limit, a cyclist towards, not using the cycle lane on the wrong side of the road. No issues for you. Junction left is clear, the road bends around to the right hand side. You can see a junction up ahead with a van coming out from the left hand side. And truck looking to turn right, may well get out in front of you. They're not doing so. He's holding his position. Slightly uphill. Change your road surface there. part of the issue on your braking distances. Very large for the vehicles in front. Dog walker, looks like a dog is on a lead. He's running around the left hand side. Car wash on the right hand side. Part of vehicles on the left hand side of the road. With, okay, we've come up to a roundabout in about 0.4 of a mile. We're going to turn in right on that roundabout to the B1628. Yeah, that no one to come back. What's the silver towards? And your gaps after silver. That's done. Watching a black car pull in front of you potentially. They're not doing so. Road's been around to the right hand side. Has lights on the lorry on the right hand side. Looking for workmen around that lorry. Can't see it at the moment. No feet on the back of the lorry. Bus stop on the right hand side, watching for kids coming out from the back of that bus. Be cautious as you go clear. We're taking a third exit, I think it's the one straight ahead, but those vehicles are going there to the right hand side. Zebra crossing just before the roundabout. Planning to start looking to go. It's quite a busy roundabout here. No one's on the zebra crossing. Nice good indication. Nothing behind you. Nice safety couple around you. Make sure blue is committed, and it is, and you're clear. Indicating off the left junction. Watching the parked vehicles on the left hand side. No pedestrians around there. We are going straight on this roundabout towards Leeds on the A653.